Welcome everybody. Um, so today, hypnosis and creativity. So just checking everyone's in the right room. And I see Bryce has already said you are getting very sleepy. So my name is Bob Chiang. I'm a mindfulness coach, Tai Chi instructor and hypnotherapist. And when I was approached with the idea of doing a session of hypnosis and creativity, I thought, great, this will be interesting for people. And rather than talk about it conceptually, I wanted the session today to be more about an experience. So today's session will be a practical session rather than a presentation or talk. An experience of hypnosis and creativity. So we'll be working with creative imagery, and the goal is to help you get into a relaxed creative state. Now, sometimes this can lead to an increase in emotional sensitivity, a heightened state. So I've just got to check that everyone here, you'll feel you're of sound mind. By that I mean, are you broadly emotionally and psychologically okay? I'm looking around here, checking the room, see everyone's normal. No one's got 3 arms or an extra head. But seriously, if you feel this session may be challenging for you or for any reasons, please feel free to sit out or pass on this session. Because normally I would go much deeper when I'm working with clients one-to-one. And when I'm working with one-to-one, it allows me to monitor things and make personal adjustments to help with any emotional blips that come up for the individual. And since this is a group session and I can't monitor and respond to everyone's responses, I'm making this session today less deep but and more general, but at the same time aimed at helping you achieve more creativity effortlessly. So just checking everyone's comfortable with what we're going to do today. Yep. Okay, good. I've got Val here, good here. Right, brilliant. Now, anybody here, do people have projects they're working on that they are stuck on, or it could be an art project, a painting, a piece of creative writing, film, or anything you think you need to get new ideas? If so, if you put your hand up, I've got a sort of gallery view. I can sort of see, I've got an idea. Okay. So if you don't have anything in particular, then just go along with what's happening. Okay. And the other thing is, if you do have things you want to explore to get some ideas, don't have an expectation it's going to provide a solution. It might, but the main thing is to have an attitude of curiosity and openness. Okay. And if you don't have anything in particular, as I said, during the journey, you can just enjoy the unfolding of the creative journey. Okay. So everyone okay to begin? Yep. Okay. Now, because you will have your eyes closed. If you prefer, I know some of you are sharing your screen. If you prefer to stop sharing because if it helps, you don't want to be self-conscious, you can stop sharing. And at the end of the session, you can share again. I'm going to stop my video share in a few minutes so that you can focus just on the sound of my voice. And I would say there are 3 key things to this session. 1, make sure that you're relaxed and comfortable. Okay, that's important. The second one is, if I make a suggestion, have a state of openness and curiosity. So during the journey, you see someone that represents your creative guide. Let that image appear spontaneously. Now, sometimes when you're going through the journey, things might seem nonsensical, funny, weird, bizarre, just like a dreaming state. Okay, so just have a state of openness and curiosity. And the third and final one, the most important of all, have fun and enjoy the experience. Okay, I am going to stop sharing my screen. I would like to invite you on a journey of exploration and discovering. I will be your guide along the way. I will be beside you, supporting while you explore your inner world. With your eyes open, make yourself comfortable and look around the room. It could be something that attracts your eye or something you just happen to be looking at. Looking at it closely and focus on it. Focus on it and focus on it intently, as if you're penetrating through it, seeing through it. Now soften your eyes and gently close your eyes. You might still be able to see the image in your mind with your eyes closed, and that's fine. If not, that's fine as well. And with your eyes closed, you can begin to relax. Taking a deep breath in and breathing out. You might want to adjust your body to make yourself comfortable. If you want to do so, make yourself comfortable and then let go. Being aware of the sensation of where your legs and feet are placed, and let go. Being aware the sound of my voice, and let go. Being aware of the sensations of your arms, hands, and fingers, and let go. Your shoulders, chest, relaxing them. Your abdomen, hip, the whole of your back, relaxing. Your whole body, totally relaxed. Being aware of the sensations of your whole body. In time and space. Relaxing your eyes, your head, your face. Completely relax and let go. It takes time to experience. this letting go. In your own time, in your own way, letting go of any tensions, completely relaxed. And allow events to occur almost by themselves. Breathing and bathing in that deep relaxation. Resting in that stillness, safe, warm, comfortable, a state of nurturing warmth, guiding and directing your awareness now to explore your own abilities and your own potential. Slowly a door starts to appear. Notice the patterns, the colors, the textures. The door that leads you to a place of creativity. Approach it. You can touch it, feel it. As you approach it, explore it. Feelings of excitement, a sense of adventure. When you're ready, go ahead and open the door and go through it. As you walk through the door, standing before you is your creative guide. What does your creative guide look like? What form does it take? You can speak to it if you want and converse with it. It's going to take you on a journey to explore new creative possibilities. You may have a creative project you're stuck on, or you want to get some new ideas, or you may just want to sit back and enjoy the creativity of your mind. Follow your guide as it leads you. New ideas may come up. Different pictures, different colors, different shapes. Images may flow from one to another. Following your guide, letting things unfold. Enjoying the creativity and spontaneity of the moment. Sometimes the images may be clear, sometimes vague. Sometimes bright and vibrant. If you have a particular question or something that you're working on, you can remind yourself to see what creative ideas pop up. Let it pop up spontaneously. And you can ask your guide if there is anywhere else it would like to take you to explore. Now your guide is going to take you to a place where you can rest and recharge yourself. Where does it take you? Where you can feel at peace, feel energized, where you can feel calm and tranquil. And just be yourself. Now the journey is slowly coming towards an end. Your guide takes you back through the terrain and slowly lead you back to the door you came in from. There is no rush. Take your time. And when you get back to the door, thank your creative guide And before you go, it has a gift for you. Something that would help you in the world you go back to. It could be an advice, a present, a gesture of love, or just a peaceful silence that is expressed through the eyes of understanding. Whatever it is, thank it. It then tells you the creative energy you've experienced. Keep contact with it. Know that you are a creative being. Let your work be meaningful. Let it be the expression of the spark that is within you, manifesting into the world. Let it be a joy for yourself and others. You can say goodbye and come through the door whence you came in and close it behind you. Slowly, like coming out of a deep slumber, I'm going to wake you up. On a count of 1 to 5, 5 being wakeful awareness, as if you've had 10 hours of deep, peaceful, refreshing sleep. As you've had an hour of relaxing massage where your whole body feels good, rested, and your mind is calm and peaceful. So 1, slowly being aware of your own body. 2, taking a deep breath in, let it fill your lungs, and breathe out. 3, taking another deep breath in, and as you breathe in, feel the surge of energy filling your body, and then breathing out. 4, your mind clear, your body calm. 5, moving your fingers and toes, wriggling them slowly, and opening your eyes and back. So I'm going to give people a few minutes to sort of orient themselves. And if you would like to share your video game, you can do that. So how did that go for people? You can put your comments if there's something you would like to share, or something you enjoyed.
Or any questions for Bob about his practice or
Yeah.
anything like that. I'm sure he'd love to share any insight into that.
Fantastic. um, did you enjoy that, Bryce? Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Anybody else? So I've got Catherine here. A little chubby man with a wool cap guided me, and in the end gave me a cold glass of milk. Sharon, fantastic. Any reason why my fingers tingled? In what ways tingled? Is it just tingling sensations, Sharon, or? Yes, okay. No ideas. Sometimes people react to things differently. It could be, is your room particularly cold, or no? So different people have different reactions sometimes. And Courtney, yes, great to slow down. You know, most of the time we're on the go, and just taking some time and just slowing down. I think this is one of the reasons why I enjoy my practice of mindfulness and meditation, just taking that time to just slow down. And some people, you know, do that by going for walks. Is it strange? My guide was Willy Wonka. No idea, Bryce. But so one thing is exploring. So Bryce, you know, what goes on in your mind, man, I don't know. But let's see what other comments. So I've got Val, needed that, thank you. My guide was a creature with branches as hair and a bird beak. Wow.
We also have Empato, who asked, what would you recommend for someone who has a very hard time relaxing? Doing this felt really nice, but I could not get my brain to stop wandering.
So so who was that? I'm just looking.
So the username is just Empato.
Ampato. So how do you stop your mind wandering? So I think I would probably want to explore that with you individually to see exactly what's going on.
This is
So
actually a really nice segue into Sharon Weinbrom, who asked the question, loved it, Bob, do you do individual sessions?
yes, I do. Let me just share my screen. So just give me a second. So I've just put my contact details up. So this is my contact details. You're welcome to contact me. I always love hearing from people. And if you've got any, so who was that person, Christian, again? Ampat or?
Empato, yeah.
Empato. So any questions, specific questions like that. So I would say Empato that I would probably want to just explore with you in particular whether what's exactly happening during the process. So I would probably do a bit more probing in terms of if you're having problems in terms of your attention, whether, you know, things like have you got ADD or things that, or you find it hard to concentrate. So I would probably want to explore that. And also in terms of, are you getting images or having mental talk that sort of disrupts? So I would probably want to explore a bit more to find out exactly internally what's going on in terms of your process. I don't know if that helps,
And we
but
had,
you can,
yeah.
but you can always email me okay.
So just for anyone as well, Jackie said the same thing. I struggle with the same issues. So anyone who would love to hear more or explore it more one-on-one with Bob, his contact details are on the shared screen. Please do let us know in the chat if you aren't able to see that. I'm also going to link it down below. But please do get in touch with Bob. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to help.
Yeah, just email me, and then we can correspond.
We also had a question from Jez GB. That was great, but were we meant to go into a trance, or was the intention a guided meditation / mindfulness?
I would define meditation and mindfulness different. So I would say, because I didn't want in this session, because I'm not able to see how people respond, I've not designed it to go into sort of like a deep trance. It's more of a guided visualization. And in terms of mindfulness, I wouldn't describe it as mindfulness, because in mindfulness you're sort of developing mindful awareness, which is you're developing your concentration, sensory clarity, and equanimity. Yes, concentration, you're focusing on what I'm saying, but in terms of the sensory clarity and equanimity piece, I wouldn't say is in the guided visualization. And if that's not clear, you can always email me and I can always clarify, what I mean. Okay.
Jess says thank you. And we also have a question from Bryce. Does listening to soft music help or hurt the process?
No, I'm quite open. So my philosophy is whatever works for that individual. So for some people, they might find music, soft music useful. Other people find it a bit of annoyance. So, it's individually based. You have to see how it goes. If you find that yes, soft music helps you to get into the process, then yeah. So finding what works for you. Just having a quick look. I was taken, so Jean says, I was taken on the voyage to a beautiful place by a monolith kind of round stone totem. Wow, fantastic. Creative but enjoy the places. Not sure I had creative ideas, but enjoy the places. And sometimes, sometimes, when I'm stuck, so this is just personal experience on certain things. So like there's a project I'm working on and I'm kind of trying to get some ideas. And it's one of the tools I use to be able to sort of get inspirations, get ideas, because you're more or less tapping into, a deeper part of yourself. And at the beginning, I say is not to have any expectations, just allowing the images to come up. And sometimes you might not necessarily find a solution, but sometimes you do, allowing that creative process to unfold, and you go, oh, that's interesting. And sometimes it takes in a form that you never thought of. So it's just tapping into another, process, I would say. Okay, let's see.
Please, we still have time for a few more questions, if any questions.
Okay, I've got Sharon, as a songwriter, it gave me images for ideas. Brilliant, Sharon. Also totally lowered my blood pressure. Right, that's 2 for the price of 1 there, Sharon. Gave you ideas and lowered your blood pressure. Brilliant. Let's see. So let's see. Has anybody any other reports they'd like to share? And also, I know sometimes when working with people and do group sessions, not everybody want to share whatever, because more or less you're opening up your mind. Not everyone is as brave as you, Bryce, saying, oh, I've got Willy Wonka. But you're welcome to email me. I always love to hear reports from people of what they experienced, and share that. So I've got here Catherine. What's Catherine? Is that normal? Catherine, I kept being pulled to the left. What do you mean being pulled to the left? You mean physically, or could you a bit clarify that, Catherine or Roxana? Looking with eyes closed. Okay. So you had your eyes closed and you felt like you kept being pulled to the left, kind of thing. Not sure about that. Whatever is happening with your eyes closed, you seem to be there's something, or you felt drawn to that particular side. Yin, I came in late. Do you have any hypnosis tips, or do you hypnotize anybody in the group? Yin, what do you mean by hypnosis tips? And what do you mean by did you hypnotize? Oh, did I hypnotize everyone in the group? So essentially, I would say, if somebody was to ask me, because I've gone through the mill of, hypnosis is a strange thing, when you hypnotize, you can control people. Essentially, to break it down in a nutshell, I would say hypnosis and hypnotherapy is where you're essentially using suggestions. Yeah. And you're getting the person in a relaxed and open state. And this is where the therapy comes in, where you've got a window, you're creating a window where you can help that individual to make that change. And the skill of the hypnotherapist, I would say, is where they explore with that individuals where those suggestions will stick. So you start to implement things that would support that change. In my case, Roxana, in my case, there was this path with doors, and the guide kept showing me stuff on the left. Yep, no idea, Roxana. Maybe it's something you can explore and see where that kind of goes.